It's only been 2 months.
Oh, a lot has changed, and we're back here, so that's all that counts.
Here to entertain you in your time of coronavirus needs.
Well, or you know what? If you just wanted to see what kind of hijinks we'll do next, I mean, last episode that was yeah, quite a few things happened during that.
Big cliffhanger.
A massive one.
Hanging on
Involving
cliffs.
everyone's favorite famous bird bar.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The wondrous and fantastic Yath doing the right thing and throwing himself into a portal that led him to the elemental plane of fire.
All right, well, since it's been a while, how about we go around and just introduce everybody's characters, just for the good folk at home who might be a little rusty.
Or
Let's
if we
start off
have new
with
people.
Danny.
You start with somebody else. I just need to fix James's capture here.
Okay.
All right. Well then, James, let's start with you.
All right. Well, I am playing Roland Durandal, our human paladin who has learned quite a bit over his time, in that he may be quite a bit older than what he thought he was. He has quite a bit of intrigue that he's still trying to figure out, finding the love of his life, and trying to go through some PTSD moments by having party members dropping like flies.
One time, gee. Well, maybe 1.5.
1.5. All right, Ashley.
1.5.
Yeah,
Uh,
I dig it.
sorry, I blanked out. What am I? What am
Your
I saying?
character.
I had Ella poking at me here.
Yeah, just give a brief rundown of your character.
Oh, well, Lily has been doing his best to stay sane through this entire feature, and he's been a little bit shook by some more emotional aspects of it. But as of now, it's sort of he's got a goal, so he's just sort of trying to keep a level head.
All right, and then our tiefling, our new tiefling.
Well, I am playing as Respect Albalon, a tiefling artificer who replaced the old character Tail the Tabaxi after she decided to go skinny dipping in some lava, and she's only been with the group for a tiny bit, but
Furry dipping?
considering. But yeah, so she's only been with them for a tiny bit, but they seem to be interesting to her, so she's tagging along for now. But yeah, she hasn't done much yet, so there's not much to introduce.
Well, you know what? You're here to help us save the world, or at least try to.
And finally, last but not least, our birdie boy.
Birdie boy, the hot boy. Yeah, everybody's favorite bard. What can I say about Yath?
There's so many things to say about him, but not enough time.
Not enough time, no. His
All right.
reputation precedes him, so he'll continue those shenanigans, I'm sure.
So, last session, so long ago, the gang defeated the leader of the fire cult. Our friend Respect lost her automaton friend, got slagged. Yath, in possession of the dagger, being told to throw it into the portal to close the portal, flew directly into the portal with the dagger, slamming it shut behind him.
Yep.
In his defense,
So-
the thing was making him reckless, but I also feel like he would have done it otherwise.
Probably.
Chaotic good, baby.
Yeah, Roland's still regretting those life choices.
After that, yeah, the portal closed. His friends all stood there slack-jawed, and Yath found himself on the elemental plane of fire. And from there is where we're going to pick. So yeah, you find yourself in a very uncomfortable situation. It's hot. Everything's on fire. You're
My
on fire.
my beak
Everything
is
hurts.
sweating.
Before you is exists a being of just pure flame. You can make out a face shimmering inside the curtain of, and it does not seem very pleased with you. It speaks and says, "Because of you, I do not get to be free."
Warp, warp.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Who are you?
I am Imix.
Cool. I'd introduce myself, but you've probably heard of me. I'm Yath.
Silence, you fool. While you may have trapped me here for now, I can still make use of you.
Silence is not something I know how to do.
Shakes maracas.
Agree to be my agent on the mortal plane, and I will send you back with gifts.
Hmm.
Send me back to my friends and my fans.
Yes.
I
But in
mean-
exchange, you will serve me.
I don't know how to serve people. Like, I'm not a bartender or anything.
I don't have my liquor license.
I've never worked at an ale house.
You will carry out my will in the mortal realm.
Is it heavy?
Sounds like a hot
As
deal
far
right
as
there.
burdens go, yes, it can be very heavy.
Oh, I've met some heavy birds too.
You will be the new commander of the fire cult, in whatever pieces it may be. I require that you prevent the water cult from summoning all Hydra. I won't see that watery beast free while I am trapped.
I don't know about this whole cult thing. Cults are never really good.
It's either that or stay here and burn for eternity.
Ooh.
Like, warmer than it is now? Because, like, this is kind of tolerable.
I'm
It's fine.
keeping you alive right now.
Oh.
Oh. I guess I kind of don't have a choice then, do I?
Well, you do. Just one alternative might be a little bit less preferable.
So before you, a fiery contract appears, and basically Mix says to just leave a drop of your blood on it.
Mm.
But I'm not bleeding.
I could let you draw your own blood, or I can draw it for you.
I'm not really good at drawing. You might have to help me.
Oh. That's when MX Lord of Flame just goes.
He's gonna be like, you
100
know what? Fuck it. This guy's an
100
idiot.
Fiery daggers fly out of the flames and pierce your flesh.
Oh.
I just imagine this is gonna end up like Doctor Strange.
Ow,
Just
ow,
annoys
ow, ow, ow.
God so much that he kicks you out.
Dormammu, Dormammu.
I think one would have worked.
He's ensuring that the contract is signed.
So I sent you basically the terms and whatnot, and
Yes. I don't know why I said that.
Said contract.
I mean, he doesn't have a choice, and you just sent daggers at me, so yeah, I guess so.
Okay, you drop your blood on it. Back to everyone else in the... It's been 3 weeks. You guys are all
Just been
back at
waiting in
the...
front this entire time.
We're just
No,
way
you're
inside
back
the
at the-
portal.
You're back at the Star Chaser farms there. um, just kind of coming to grips with the loss of your noisy
Yep. And also Tail too.
and Tail. And so Respect has moved into Tail's room.
And to use a lint brush on all the fur.
Yes. Might have to
Also,
tidy
I'll
it
have
up a little.
built a new Egos.
Yep, there's a new Metal Man standing.
Metal Man.
Oh, for anybody watching, we're on like a 35-second delay, which I left on from gaming. That's my bad. So if you're trying to interact with us, we might not react right away.
All right. So, is there anything you folks want to discuss at the farm?
Oh, I would say with Roland, after, trying to pay respect to two people that were close to him as his partying companions, I think he would try to arrange everyone to sit around the table and sort of figure out what their next plan of action is, considering that there's still three other basically princes of apocalyptic darkness that are trying to get out.
All right. So, yeah, you're gathered around the table. You've got a very noble cornucopia of fresh veggies and whatnot from the surrounding farms in the area.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Roland doesn't exactly have much of an appetite, but he does look to those who are present with Respect and Lily, and it's like, I understand that there's still things to be done of whether we wish to continue. I know that my quest still is revolved around ensuring that the other elemental princes do not wreak havoc and bring forth their dark lord. I just wish to know if you're still willing to join me in these trials.
Well, I certainly don't have anything of more interesting. I don't have anything more interesting to do, so I might as well.
You say that so candidly, even knowing the fact that death could be around every corner.
Oh, death is reversible, darling.
Tell that to Tail.
Perhaps in some circles. I guess I can't exactly say much beyond that, considering I've been a recipient of such means. So,
It's at this moment that the fireplace sparks to life and kind of explodes out.
Nani?
And pulling himself out of the fireplace is Yath, but he's got kind of like a firebird look to him. You know, the feathers are more shimmery. It's like a phoenix rising from the.
Are the
Case in
maracas
point?
and instruments are they on fire?
They are lit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he comes out of the fireplace.
Thanks for the ride, Imix.
Roland does not have words for this situation. He just basically has gone up from his seat at the table and looks at Yath basically as though he's seen a ghost.
I don't know how this surprises you anymore, Roland.
I mean, we were literally discussing this like 3 seconds ago.
All right, fine. But first of all, Yath, how in the name of Torm did you get back?
I don't really know. A nice guy dropped me off in the fireplace, and here I am. Is it cold in here?
It definitely feels cold.
I'm gonna put another log on the fire.
All
What's
right.
going on, guys?
Oh, we were just
But
discussing.
yeah,
what we were
Yath
going to do
practically
next.
glows now. So.
Smells like chicken.
I was just gonna say he's gonna be a shining beacon. Yes. Let me just compose myself a bit here. We were just discussing, as what Respect was mentioning, charting our next course of action against the other cults that are in the lands before you crawled your way out from the hearth in a conflagration of I don't know.
I don't really know myself. It's like 1 minute I was with you guys, and then it was really warm, and then there were some daggers, and then a fireplace. I mean, I've seen some weird things, but that's got to be up there.
I
One time after one of my shows, I saw a goblin sucking off an orc, and that was pretty weird.
Lily just blinks.
Well, thank you for the visuals there, Yath. Moving along. It's good to have you back with the party. Um, despite your rather radiant appearance, I should say. I would say we know of at least 2 other cults at that point, and I know there's one, I believe, out of character there, Masterful DM. We have gone to the, um, we haven't gone to the one location yet, because I know we went off to the keep, and then also the town that was with the earth elementals there.
Correct. So you went to Riverguard Keep. Then you also went to Sacred Stone Monastery, where a zombie plague was unleashed thanks to a goblin.
Yep.
And the other one, is Feathergale Spire.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the Scarlet Moon Hall is now a pile of smoldering wreckage. Actually, thanks to Yath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he really brought the house down.
Nothing like an accidental massacre.
Who knew?
He was doing the fire god's bidding before he was even doing the fire god's bidding.
That's foretold.
Actually, no, that was I believe that was a turtle.
Oh yeah, it totally wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
It was a druid.
It was a turtle druid.
Some rogue total
Not
druid.
Yath at all.
No, Yath is innocent.
So, what do you decide?
Well, considering that we've made our presence known to at least 2 other cults that are trying to bring ruination to the land, there is still Featherfall Spire that we have yet to ascertain what the strength of the cult is there. Unless, of course, there are any other things that the rest of the group has mentioned that might be of interest to investigate.
Nothing that I can think of. No.
I mean, I've just been kind of following all of you around, so just keep doing that. It's your call.
Very well. Well, I would suppose that with that in mind, unless there's somewhere else that you wish to go, Yath, I might suggest Featherfall might not be a bad place to go unless we wish to backtrack a bit.
So time has passed for these guys. You said like 6 days, but for me, it just seems like it just happened, or what?
It's been 3 weeks for them,
Okay.
and it's literally been like you just.
Okay. Well, I want to take a nap. I mean, I'm over here like needing a rest, so you guys are all good, but I'm not.
I suppose it would give us time to prepare before we set out.
Yes, I believe so. I would say gather what provisions that we might need. I know that there's probably many things that we can attend to whilst we ensure that everyone is ready.
Yeah, I just need to cool off, guys.
draw you a nice cool bath, and all of a sudden it's just gonna be a sauna in there.
It's
Am
in
I
the tub.
am I warm to the
Oh, yeah.
touch if these guys touch me?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
Guys, do I have a fever? Can you check?
Roland will finally approach Yath and put a hand on his shoulder and say, "It's good to have you back, friend."
Oh yeah, he's hot.
Oh.
Not like gonna burn your hand, but definitely noticeable. Like,
Yeah, you can see that Roland has his hand on his shoulder for a bit, and it's like, I believe your time away in the fire lands have probably changed you for maybe, I don't know, maybe the better or for worst. There, Yath.
time. I was in there for like 2 minutes.
So it took 2 minutes to change your appearance that much.
Well, for us, it was several days. So obviously, time passes. I have no idea.
3
Oh.
weeks.
Hmm.
3 weeks, which equals 30 days.
I don't think you can count that high. You've been gone for a very long time.
I can count that on my talent.
Regardless.
All right, probably got one down here too.
Just holds up foot.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna take a nap. You guys do whatever. Call me if something cool happens.
Well,
So for the last little bit, you know that Neeps, your burrow shark,
I
has
forgot
actually
about
been
Neeps.
he's been contracted out to a lot of the farms to do tilling in the fields because he just loves it. And people have been coming like, "Oh, can we borrow him for?" They pay him in vegetables, and they pay you guys some modest little bit of gold for the services.
Nice.
So I was checking through my equipment. I was like, oh yeah, what do I have? I forgot that I picked up a sex paddle.
Wow,
I
that
think I
happens.
picked up most of the stuff that was in that cupboard.
All of it. You said you grabbed
Yeah.
all of the
That's all in my
Thinking-
room now, except for the sex paddle is still in my bag of holding. You never know when you might need it.
So yes, various marital aids are displayed in your room.
Marital
Look,
aids.
I'm secretive and
Discreet?
hidden. I'm discreet about it.
A lady has to have her secrets. I mean, come on.
Got your tickle trunk set up. So Yath goes to have a nap. What do the rest of you do?
Organize that, evidently.
Roland will watch Yath
There's no time to
go
sleep.
up to sleep, and it's like, this is definitely a challenge. This is definitely a challenge. This is definitely a challenge. And he will go back and try to process stuff in his brain while attending to the farm yards.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Tompkins is out there just working the fields. And,
Mhm.
aside from, basically he runs the entire farm, so you don't really have to worry too much about that. But right now you got some pumpkins growing and turnips, lots of turnips growing,
Ah, excellent.
corn and some beets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roland needs some time to process this stuff. It's like, okay, I've finally gone over with Tails passing, try to do this. Now Yath is back. Plus, I am like 500 years plus old, and it's like, still not quite over that.
You're carrying the skull of your deceased orc friend.
Yeah, we've had some lengthy conversations as well. Roland's lost a lot of buddies on his way, so
Same.
500 years would do that, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, lots of talking with Ruck,
Mhm.
reminiscing about Cassandra and Dahlia.
Mhm. Yes, my old traveling companions when we first were doing this.
So you know that Cassandra is a a halfling. She had dark hair, green eyes, and actually she was the first hog tipper.
Oh,
So you met her family members on the road.
damn.
And Dahlia was your dwarven ranger friend. She had long red hair, all tied up into multiple braids, and just face full of freckles, and tough as nails as far as dwarves go.
Hmm.
And of course, Ruck, your half orc storm sorcerer friend.
This good old Ruck collecting all these memories. It's like, I remember those days. Faintly, but I still remember some of them.
And there's that time that you got those magic items from those witches by giving them a daughter.
Wait, what? I don't remember
What?
that.
You don't remember that? That was kind of important.
Please enlighten me.
So he'll tell you that you guys were having trouble with the cult, and you'd heard about the Thorn sisters who lived in the woods. And so you went to ask them for some help, and they offered you magical items in exchange for a dog.
Okay, so Roland is lawful on the streets, chaotic in the sheets. Got it.
So basically, that's where you got your sword. That's where Ruck got his bronze eye, and that's where Cassandra got her magical dagger, and Dahlia got her magical bow.
Hmm. Okay. I guess talking with Ruck as well, does he happen to recall the last, like the place where we had encountered the Thorn sisters?
He's just not right now. He's gonna have to think on it. He's still getting used to being out of the,
Hmm. Yeah. Very well. We can talk more upon this later, though. It is requiring gaining back my memories is made me realize how many things that I actually did.
Oh yeah, crazy stuff.
Lily has probably fallen into a routine the past couple of weeks of just he's pretty much just helping around the farm a lot. Any manual labor that needs to be done, he needs assisting with. So that's what he does every day, like clockwork.
All right.
So that's
So
what he's
yeah,
been doing.
the night passes, morning comes. Yeah, you wake up. Everyone's had a good rest. Maybe Respect didn't, depending what she did all night. But hey,
I
I
just
don't judge.
organized them, saving them for later.
Time for some breakfast.
Yum. Oh.
Lily is attempting to make eggs.
Does he succeed?
I don't know.
I mean, you could always roll a performance check if you want.
I feel that's like a survival thing.
Making breakfast survival. Remember that, folks.
Survival is if it's edible. Performance is how good you look and how good the food is presented.
Yeah.
True.
How many eggshells you got in there?
Whether or not you break the yolk when you go over easy.
Well, he rolls a 6 in performance.
So you look really good, but how
And
is
he,
it taste?
he rolled a 6 in survival as well.
Fuck it, they're scrambled.
So you just
Those-
drop a full on egg in the pan. Don't bother pulling out the shells. You're like, this is.
Those eggs
This
are
is cool.
crunchy. Ow. He doesn't seem to mind. Like, at all. It doesn't phase him. He doesn't flinch. He's just eating.
Just like Mama used to make.
Yup. We were lucky if we had the egg part.
Well,
To which he
Roland,
holds up a pan. Eggs. Anyone?
No, I'll make my own. Thank you.
I'm in.
Guess I should try and see if I'm.
Proficient.
Some out for Yaff on a plate.
I've had worth.
I got
Likewise.
12 on performance for cooking my eggs, so I look good.
Mm.
Ish. I
You
look good and I
wonder-
kind of know what I'm doing.
This is the shit we roll for on D4 and after.
You wonder if
And I
Okay.
roll for survival too, so
Yeah, you make a breakfast that's not full of eggshells. So.
there
It's Master Chef D4 and after.
we
This is what the people
respect
came for. The riveting
Exactly.
action of making breakfast.
Role playing and making eggs.
I just didn't want to have to eat shells. Respect
No.
is better than that.
Respect and Roland are probably doubting if Lily even knows to take the shells out. that's
Hey,
kind of
like everyone has their own thing.
So Tompkins will come in and he'll say, "Oh, Master Lily, have you decided where you're heading off to?"
um just like looking for Roland, like, oh, me?
Feather Gale Spire.
Yeah.
Right. It's about a day's journey. I'll pack the cart.
Appreciate that.
And yes, in the time since Yath has been gone, they were actually able to get back their cart that you left
Mm-hmm.
on the
Now,
other side of the river.
Awesome.
Yeah.
in the time that I've
Yeah.
been gone, have
Yes.
myself and all my belongings aged
No.
like the 3 weeks or the lesser time?
They are this. It's like nothing has changed. It's
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna remove the Minotaur head from my bag and hang it on the wall.
yeah.
Don't need to.
It is
Don't need to be
super fresh.
carrying that thing around, still dripping.
Ugh.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at it, you're like, that just got severed. Like, what the heck?
All right.
Yes.
Well, maybe I'll just
The
hold.
tongues hang out to the
hold-
side.
Maybe I'll hold the drippy end in the fire a bit, just to seal it all off, and then mount it right
Seal in
above
the
the
juicy-
fireplace there.
Respect has lost her appetite. She pushes the rest of what she was eating to the side.
Are you gonna finish those?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
yes.
this dead-eyed Minotaur skull staring at you with his tongue lolling out the side of his head, like.
And I'm gonna put the
I'm pretty
jester
sure
hat
they
on it.
Usually clean those. Never. I'll leave you. Your home.
Torm, provide me with some strength to go undercover these. Never mind, Torm, you do what you want to do, okay?
Lily will go to the head. And we'll just kind of go to pick it up.
Here, I thought you meant the bathroom.
No, no.
I'm going to the head.
The other head.
No kids watching out there.
No.
The other head.
Mm.
Good night, everybody.
I'm going to the head to get some head. Actually, I'm heading there. Ah.
Oh, he'll take it outside. He'll find some kind of steak and he'll stab it on it. Leave it up at the front gate.
Hopefully, with the jester hat still on it.
Yes. Who is he
Okay.
to ruin art?
Just have to point a jaunty angle on one of the massive horns on its head.
But yes, at least it's out of the house now. It's at the front entrance, gateway,
Air it out a bit.
road, or wherever.
Making some jerky. Dry
I
aged.
don't know. Not quite sure how Minotaur jerky would taste, but there's probably a market for
The best meat is right around the orbital bone.
it.
All right, so you guys know that you basically will take the Cairn Road out of Red Larch, and you'll basically you'll see Feathergale Spire off to the north of the road after not too.
Okay.
The entire time, Respect's just gonna be tinkering with like little devices,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning them, just making sure they're all good.
Lily may or may not be kind of creepily like trying to stare over your shoulder without seeming conspicuous, but he's probably pretty conspicuous.
Respect is like unfazed. In fact, she's probably like kind of showing off a bit.
And
Mm-hmm.
he's definitely just plain old watching.
Okay, well, Roland will assist, and sure, I'm guessing we'll probably be taking the cart along to that destination then.
Yes.
Yeah, the cart's loaded. There's an old nag at the front of it, ready to pull. There's some supplies loaded in,
Mm-hmm.
a little up tent or two, and some food and snacks for the road. And Tompkins bids you farewell as you roll out of the gates.
All right
Um,
then.
So the day kind of wanes on a little bit, and sure enough, as you follow the Cairn Road, you see Feathergale Spire rise up from a pillar of rock high into the air, the tallest point for miles. Built from white limestone and embellished in marble, the spire resembles a gleaming sword that pierces the sky. The gatehouse faces the opposite cliff, its drawbridge, the only apparent point of entry. Tall windows encompass the bottom level of the tower, absent only upon the gatehouse side. A circle of open stalls ring the tower's foundation where it meets rock. Above each stall is a sculpture of a hippogriff in flight, leaping off from the tower's base. Beneath Feathergale's spires, beneath Feathergale Spire to the east is a wide, gusty canyon rolling through the hills there.
Mm. Okay, and I guess to the east with that canyon, is there anything like bridges or any landmarks there close to it?
No, it's think like the Badlands. Really, you got
Mm.
and there's a river, but maybe a plateau or two. But for the most part, it's just
Okay.
a deep valley. So, what would you like to do?
So
Well,
you're burning this one down too, or I don't know what you usually do.
It's marble,
well,
so it might be a little hard.
Challenge
normally don't
accepted.
try to. Let's not try to burn the place down if we can. I would just say we're trying to ensure that whatever evil is here is not going to come forth. So, if it
Mm.
does mean burning things, I looks to Yath. I suppose we could do something, but let's investigate first.
Fine.
What element should this place be?
Well, considering that Scarlet Moon was based within flames, and we are at the Sacred Stone Monastery, Riverguard Keep, I assume that this will be of the wind nature.
I'm sorry, I thought the gale referred to stone.
Sarcasm.
Sass meter is off the charts on that lady.
I knew a halfling named Gale. I thought it was with a person.
You just thought
Regardless
it
of
was
what.
Gale the Halfling Spire.
Yeah.
That's a big
Gale
Pretty
fire.
common
the
last
halfling.
name where I come from. Spire.
Bully just kind of shakes his head. He goes, "It's just a question."
Regardless.
As you roll forward towards the gatehouse level, you see that spire is actually standing free on a pillar of rock. So between you, it's basically in the canyon. A gap of 20 feet separates the ledge where the path ends from the closed drawbridge on Feathergale Spire to the space between the cliff's edge and the gatehouse drops several hundred feet to the bottom of the canyon. Near the ledge, a brass bell hangs from a wooden post.
Brass bell on.
There's a brass bell on a wooden post there, yeah.
Sorry, what?
So basically, you came to a moat that drops several hundred feet to the bottom of the canyon, and that there is a large brass bell hanging from a wooden post.
I just have to try something. I'm ringing that fucking bell.
Oh god, no.
Lily doesn't even like attempt to stop him because if he wasn't gonna do it, Lily was gonna do it.
Okay, so you see a head peek out through a window near the drawbridge, and she says, "What's your business here?"
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Torm?
Suddenly, ballistas point at the group.
We heard he's a dick and don't want anything to do with him.
Oh, your guys are cool. Come on in.
I just really like music, so I rang the bell.
This actually earns a chuckle from the woman, and you'll hear a clunk, and the drawbridge comes down.
How is the bell affixed to the post?
Just kind of like hanging on a metal spike kind of deal.
Are you gonna
Oh, I'm taking it.
Untitled Goose Game this?
I'm taking that bell for sure.
Are you trying to be sneaky about it, or are you trying to like just like?
I'll let the three of them walk ahead, and then I'll just take that bell. Yeah. I'll
Can
be
I just get a sleight of hand there for?
Nat 20.
Oh.
What a waste of a 20, but all right.
People were just like,
I mean,
there was a bell there. So the woman introduced herself as Savara. She says she's a knight of the feather, one of the Feathergale knights here.
I have feathers.
And she says, "Oh yes, they're rather lovely.
Thanks.
It's a different plumage than I've ever seen on a."
Yeah, I thought it would be good for my image.
Some might say you almost look like a phoenix.
Some. But I'm an Aarakocra.
Eric Croken. So she leads you towards the entrance hall. It's a 30-foot long hall of white stone. At the opposite end of the hall are two 12-foot tall doors like those at the entry gate. An eagle carved from a massive timber hangs from this far side of the ceiling, suspended on strong chains. Slender wings of steel sweep close to its sides. Its head is also fashioned out of steel.
This is my kind of place.
You never know. You might be holding one of your grand concerts here, my friend.
She says, "So, music-loving bird, are you
Bird
a
bard.
bard?"
Bird bard.
Bird bard.
Lily, of all people, just like pokes a thumb towards Yaff, like, that's Yaff.
Thank you, Lily. I
Like,
can't
he's, like, genuine.
I can't believe you guys have never heard of me.
At that, she stammers and goes, "The Yath? Oh my!"
Yeah.
So it's just
died.
like,
No,
Yeah.
definitely not Yeth. That guy's a hack.
Well, if you could be persuaded, we have several people here who might like a performance from you. You know, keep morale up among the Feather Guild.
Done. Where do I go? Where do I start?
What is what's your purpose here? What do you guys do?
Oh, we patrol the long road and keep people safe.
We pretend to keep people safe too, and then we fucking kill them.
Yeah, there's definitely the 10 part in there.
That's why I'm laughing.
Oh.
So she'll lead you through the doors to a central stair that spirals up and down. Um, she basically points down and says, "This way is to the stables where we keep our hippogriffs and our giant vulture mounts, so we can patrol the skies." And up, she points. It says, "We have the barracks and eating area, but we'll be if you perform a concert for us, we'll have you perform at the pinnacle of the."
Okay, but
Sound off.
I must let you know my rates. We're to be paid in food
Oh, absolutely. We can arrange that. That's
for all my friends.
quite yeah. That's quite an easy thing. We have quite a well stocked pantry here. We are funded by some Waterdavian nobility.
Hmm.
So, would you like to be paid in dinner first, or would you prefer to sing for your supper?
What do you guys think? I don't want to make this episode all about eating.
This is the Game of Thrones episode where everyone just eats.
It's like regular and extra crispy for a reason, man.
Yeah, I guess. Fair enough.
Those eggs were extra crispy.
Y'all thought this was gonna be interesting. Nah.
Yeah.
How if you do the performance first, and then we'll eat afterwards?
Works for me.
All right.
There.
I
So,
perform better on
she'll
an empty
lead you-
stomach.
She'll lead you upstairs, past the Great Hall, where basically the people come to meet, and they take you up to she takes you to the very pinnacle of the tower. At the apex of the tower, the stairs terminate at a round stone gazebo that continues upwards in a needle-like minaret. Beyond this enclosure, a small lawn grows upon the top of the tower. Four paths paved with white stones point in the directions of the compass, each path ending in a pointed stone crenellation. At the pinnacle's edge is a spyglass with a tripod pointed downward. From this vantage point, the Feathergale Knights possess a supreme view of all that transpires in the nearby canyon and the somber hills beyond.
Hmm.
I must say, this is a fantastic view.
Yeah, it's definitely breathtaking.
Thanks.
Yeah, Roland's like a little bit green around the gills at this moment.
All right. She says, just wait here, and I'll go gather. And she hustles down the stairs.
Okay,
Lily just go ahead.
didn't think I'd be at the top of the tower so quickly.
Not a fan of heights.
Not particularly.
That's okay. I don't like water. I won't let you fall.
Is appreciated.
Just sit in the middle. It'll help.
Yeah.
I mean, so far they seem friendly enough.
As you look up, you can see two giant vultures circling the tower. There appears to be two knights clad in shining armor on their backs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yes.
I waved at
You're like,
Are
A
these
couple
the
minutes.
Knights of the Vultures?
the vultures.
The
Definitely the
vultures.
vultures.
A couple of minutes go by, and 13 people pour their way up, all human, but various sexes. So
Various sexes.
and they all gather around to hear Yath's performance.
It's gonna be a pretty intimate performance. I'm used to performing for 7,000-8,000 people, but I can pull this off.
So why don't you roll me a performance check there?
24.
Nice.
Nice. Oh yeah.
The maracas and washboard.
A little
baby.
bit of washboard.
So during your performance, even the riders and the giant vultures come and land on the side of the tower to listen to this rousing performance. After that's done, everyone's applaud and cheered. The captain.
This I'm probably screwing myself here. This new ability that I have. Does this happen to be activated by the washboard, or is this separate? I sure hope not.
Which new ability are you referring?
We're here for 5 minutes and we already accidentally burnt this place down too.
Yeah, that.
Damn it.
No, that
Good.
basically it's not one of your spell slots or anything. You can cast it up to 3 times.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect. Didn't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
accidentally pull that off.
Roland, can I just get a quick perception check while you're watching Yath perform?
Sure. That is a whopping 7.
Okay. On top of Yath's new coloration and whatnot, it appears he does have a nice shiny new dagger.
Does the
Can't
dagger look familiar?
place it. It's something about it's familiar, yeah, but you can't quite place it.
Also, I'm not trying to heave my guts out by being so tall up, so it's like,
Exactly.
okay,
Yeah.
cool dagger. Mm.
can I do a little kind of insight check on the crowd? I want to see if they look like they genuinely just here to enjoy, or like if they kind of look suspicious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here to enjoy with a dash of murderiness in there.
15.
Yeah, so basically it doesn't look like there's too much murderiness going around here. You said that the captain of the knights here, he looks a little bit prickly, but aside from that, everyone seems to be just.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, with that, the captain will come over and place a pouch of gold, 90 gold pieces in your.
Nice.
Heck
And
yes.
say, "Come sit with me for dinner."
Thank you. I will, but the film must go on.
The commander of the Feathergale Knights is a well-built male in his early 50s. Embossed feather patterns ornate the plates of his armor. My God, I'm going blind. And his kingly cloak boasts a feathered mantle. He
wow.
smooths his white blonde hair into place, then bows low before you as if he were only a lowly courtier.
Mm.
He says, "Thank you for playing this lovely concert here at Feathergale Spire. I am Thurl Maruska, the Lord Commander."
Okay.
So Gath continues to perform.
Yep.
Lily might approach the captain and just sort of we're adventurers ourselves, sort of going along and finding work where we can. We've been coming across some rather nasty circumstances in a few places. Cultists running amok.
Yeah, at this you see his features kind of darken. He says, "Great evil lurks among these hills, depraved cultists led by wretched monsters. But let us speak of such matters after the feast has warmed our blood."
That seems amicable. Does Lily kind of trust what he says, or does it seem like he might be trying to have ulterior motives of getting them to dinner before talking about it? It's like an insight,
Just roll
maybe.
me an insight.
That would be a 17.
Yeah, you don't think there's ulterior motives. You think he does believe that there's evil out there that he's trying to protect people from, and just generally just a feast is always a good way to relax a bit before talking about diet.
Talking business.
Oh yeah, everyone likes to chat over dinner.
Exactly.
Cool.
While
Lily's
gnawing on a
One
whole
time their
mutton shank.
mouths are full of food and can't speak properly, but
Lily's just a skeptical guy.
We've had some shady dealings in the past. We don't exactly want to have that happen again.
He's
So
just
how long does Yath's concert go for?
Oh, it's wrapping up.
Okay.
He's pretty
so
hungry.
they'll lead you down to the kitchen. You see sacks are heaped along the walls, and a small pile of vegetables is spread on the table. A huge steaming cauldron stands at the center, 2 wooden paddles, and 2 knives hang on a rack next to a brick oven. There are 4 wall shelves holding dozens of loaves of bread. Um, so as you guys gather around the table, you get a chance to look at the knights here, and they all seem to be clad in very fine velvet brocade. The knights feast at this curved table in the hall, where twin hearths blaze. Thurl sits at the head of the table. He says, "Honored guests, tell us of your adventures in the Somber Hills. Let us aid you in any way that we can."
Oh, it is a gracious offer that you provide us with this, and we thank you for your hospitality. And personally, I'm thankful we're not on the pinnacle anymore. Not exactly
Yeah.
can stomach the heights.
So you've probably picked a spot away from the windows as well, just to.
Oh yeah.
I will say I do get Egos to sit in a chair as if he's like a person. I don't know how these guys feel about constructs. So
I am a real boy.
Watch me eat food. Nom.
Ha 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 ha.
Like
he
shoving
never
it
eats on the job.
into his ear.
So, what do you guys tell him about any of your exploits or?
Lily just sort of looks to Roland and leaves the talking to him since he tends to be the one who explains things a lot better. He just
Okay.
quietly eats.
Okay. Well, with what has happened here at Feathergale Spire, Roland will tell the knights of the Feather of what they're trying to do and what they're hoping to accomplish with preventing the cultists from releasing the elemental lords into the realm.
Yep, he'll nod his head somberly as he. So you say the fire cult has been all but defeated, hey?
That is correct. We witnessed their foul machinations come to an end.
Good,
Yeah.
good. You know, they say as long as there's no leader of a cult, they shan't come back. So that
I believe we demoralized them enough in order to ensure that they wouldn't congregate again. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we would be seeking any aid in going further into the Somber Hills, as you've mentioned before, that there have been roving bands of cults and monsters that aid them.
well, we have been patrolling quite vast and wide, and you know, we have met cult leaders before. They are very charismatic, and I sure hope that no charismatic new cult leaders pop up. One that can sway people so easily. But
Foreshadowing.
Certainly not one that has a bunch of influence already.
oh, absolutely no, a celebrity cult leader. Can you believe it?
Don't. We shall ensure that
Get
if
one.
they
That
should
sounds like a
rise, we shall.
disaster.
If they should rise to the occasion, we will make sure that they are quickly dealt with.
No matter who they are.
Boom.
Well, they'll basically tell you that they've seen cultist activity at Riverguard Keep and previously at Sacred Stone Monastery, but there hasn't been much cult action there since an undead plague seems to have broken out. Um, it has been contained, it looks like, by a band of mercenary dwarves calling themselves the God Stompers. There's about 99 of them.
Accidentally stopped 2 of the cult. We turned one into a bunch of undead, and we like just burned down the house of the second one.
Well,
Neither of which-
the leader of the fire cults is dead, but Sacred Stone Monastery, you know that you with Scarlet Moon Hall, there was, you know, beneath the place itself was a whole warren of tunnels and whatnot, which old dwarven ruin that the cultists had set up in. So it's fair to assume that both the earth cult and the water cult and even the air cult might have set up in the similar ruins. As you are discussing all this, the doors to the great hall fly open, and a sentry from the pinnacle shouts, "Manticore, it's on the move!" At this announcement, the Feathergale Knights rise as one, and the feast before them unfinished. We should take this opportunity to slay the monster, Thrill says. From his finger, he removes a feather-patterned gold ring set with garnet and holds it aloft, saying, "A prize for the one who brings me the beast's head." So he's offering up this ring to anyone who successfully brings down the Manticore. And he looks to you and says, "Adventurers, would you care to join us on this Manticore?"
Lily's like mid-bite, and she's like, damn it. Can't have.
Just like when the waiter
nice
comes
meal.
by, it's like, "How's your food?"
More like getting a meal interrupted.
I love you too. Oh.
The littlest DM.
Aww,
Love you too.
so precious.
Okay, say bye.
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 Bye for now.
All right, that's your little wholesome break right there.
That's gonna push up our ratings into the stratosphere at that point.
So, are you gonna join them on their hunt?
Well, would any of your vulture mounts mind a second passenger?
No, we have extra mounts. You can have one to yourself.
Hard to fly and shoot at the same time, darling.
Sorry, my mic got taken hostage.
I've assumed that.
So
do any
he
of
says,
the guards see it? If I ask around, do any of them feel like they wouldn't mind having a very attractive tiefling ride their vulture with them?
yeah,
Ooh la la.
Savra, the woman that met you at the gates there, says, "Come with me up to the roof. You could ride on my hippogriff."
I will join her.
Okay. And they lead you up to the roof, and they said, "If you're not comfortable, yes, we do have extra vultures with riders upon them. So there's, you're up there on the hippogriff, and the rest of you are offered to hop onto a
Torm, grant me strength, and pray that I don't look down.
I could like stun you.
I believe I'd feel more better off clutching at the bird rather than just slipping off to my death, Lily, but I do appreciate the sentiment.
Tie you to the other guy.
I will manage
Alright.
somehow.
All right.
So they basically attach like a harness to you that clips into a saddle,
Hmm.
and you are loaded on behind the rider.
Assuming Lily will be doing the same.
Okay.
I'm good.
Egos is probably gonna stay at the tower. I don't know
Just
if
standing
the
atop, just
heavy
like
suit of
low-
armor would work
low
very well
weight.
for air combat.
Just you see his shoulders kind of sink as you fly off, kind of like, oh.
Last time I rode a Volter, I had a wrath under my feathers.
I'll just give him the order that if the Manticore comes close to the tower, like that he could attack it, like from there to attack it.
He gives you the Terminator thumbs up.
And then you hear in the distance Vin Diesel saying, "You go, I stay."
Okay, so as the everything lifts off, you feel like you can see for a very long ways. It's evening, so you got the moonlight, but it's illuminating the canyon quite beautifully. Roland, you're probably shaking.
Oh yeah, he's like, nope, can't look down. Looking, why am I looking down? Oh, this is all against my will.
Okay, so can I
I'm
get you
Hermiston.
guys?
I'm entirely doing the King of the World thing for a bit.
Lily just kind of seems in a slight bit of awe, but he's quiet.
So they split off into two squadrons. Roland, you are with Respect,
Hmm.
and Lily, you roll off the other way with the rest of them. Yath, which way do you go? Because you're just flying under your.
I mean, 2 and 2, right? I'll go with Lily.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we never split up, right?
Yath is a strategic master. He knows what he's doing.
Okay, so from Roland and Respect's group, Roland. Oh my god.
Team R.
Yeah.
Oh no. Somewhere, Brady sneezes.
It's like, how dare you steal my thunder?
My father
Can I just get you guys to roll just a d20
Sure.
and add 2?
At how much?
Add 2.
12.
19.
Okay. And Yath and Lily.
It's a what again? Sorry.
Roll the d20 and add 2.
4.
21.
Okay. So while you guys are searching and searching, Lily, you're the one who first spots the manticore from the air, and it's flying down through the canyon itself.
He will announce it, and its position as accurately as he can, pointing said direction.
Okay. One of the vulture riders casts a spell, like a dancing lights. The other group, with Roland and Respect, peels towards that way, and you start to chase down this manticore. You guys are within 60 feet of it because you are faster flyers than the manticore is.
Mm.
So, can I get you guys to roll initiative?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. 11.
Roll off.
8.
20.
Yours didn't come through, Danny.
What was your roll?
It was
up
an
at?
it was an 8.
Okay, yeah. So respect first.
Mhm.
Lily
15.
and Roland.
21.
Dang! That is
That's
but he fit.
and that's when I've burned my nat 20s on initiative. How you gotta play D&D, folks. Always burn 20s on initiative.
Or on stealing pals.
It's called thug life, yo.
Okay, and natural 1 for the manticore, so that's its initiative.
It stopped. It's like, is that Yath? And it's
Was that
two shots.
Yath over there?
Everyone knows, yeah.
Oh, hey, Manny.
Sup, dude? Not much gonna kill you. All.
All right, so Roland, you are first.
Okay, so with that in mind, with the vultures as being mounts, yeah, don't exactly have any ranged weaponry to go about to attack it. Plus, Roland is holding on for basically dear life. So I'm just going to assume that he would just allow the rider to basically continue to pursue the manticore at this time.
Yeah, so basically what's going to happen is the rider's going to do all the flying and whatnot. So he'll move his giant vulture in, and he'll get within about 10 feet of the manticore.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. He will just ready himself, and actually, he will put on Shield of Faith onto the vulture.
Okay.
So that will gain a +2 to AC.
All right. Lily.
All right. Sorry, I have like to look to my online page now. Okay. He draws out his short bow, and he'll spend a key point to make a stunning strike against it.
Okay.
So 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Blammo.
So that's 8 points of damage, and you must roll a con save or be stunned.
Okay, a 17 on the con.
Yep, you make it.
So that was 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage, regardless, because that's just my attack.
All right. Respect.
Okay, she's going to take out her crossbow, aim it at the manticore, and take a shot at its wing.
Okay. Are you eating a Pop Tart?
Yes.
The snack food of champions.
That is a. God, how much of a plus I have on that? 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yay! I rolled a 9.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah. That is 7 damage to it. And for my second attack, she's gonna place the crossbow down for a second. Cause I want to see if this thing's got resistances. And she takes out her small kind of steampunk-looking pistol, adjusts the dial, and shoots it and casts firebolt at it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah, because I've used 14 to hit.
That just hits you.
Oh, sweet. And then these 2d10. Yeah. 13 fire damage.
Nice.
Does it look like either one did more or less damage than the other?
Well, I mean, you did more damage with the fire. So
Sure.
just
yeah.
in total. So yeah, it does.
Yeah, I guess. My brain was just, I can't remember if manticores have magic resistance or not.
You don't think it does though. All
Yeah,
right.
then
Yeah.
I will-
Need a nice
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Oh,
it's your
I was
turn.
just gonna say I put the pistol away again. Pick up the crossbow.
Okay.
I don't want to drop either.
Yeah.
So how far is it from me?
So you're able to get within. How close do you want to be to it?
In its face?
I'd say you can get about 15, 20 feet from it, but I don't think you can get right up in its
Okay.
Can't quite be up in Manny's grill at the moment.
Okay.
You're a fast flyer, but
Yeah, no, fair enough.
You're not the SR-71 Blackbird yet.
Not yet. Let me see here. Well, it always seems to work, so I guess I'll go with Cloud of Daggers.
okay.
Which doesn't require anything, just a roll.
4d4.
44. I only have two, I'll roll them twice. 9. 9 whole damage.
All right. It does not look too happy about that.
Yeah, well.
It's just gonna have to deal with it.
Also, I just read for the record, stunning strike can only be done on melee attacks. I did not read further enough into that, so
Okay.
I have added that to my description. So never mind on.
So
I'll
this
still
is the
count it.
second time this has happened to me, and not too long of a period. So
Oh,
a natural 1 on one dice, and a natural 1 on the other dice.
chucks them away.
And then a 2.
Oh my
So-
god.
He made a math
Start
problem.
getting Ella to roll.
These dice are not cursed.
Damn.
So what happened was the Manticore was trying to fling tail spikes at Respect. However, with all the daggers in his face, he had some trouble.
Respect your
And,
surroundings, please.
Oh! Respect
Well,
yourself before you wreck
I'm gonna roll
yourself.
damage again because it started its turn in those daggers.
Yeah. Well, it's also flying 50 feet, so it'll be now out of the daggers, but yeah, it'll take the damage.
9 again.
And it also looks like it took dagger from one of its own tail spikes that went awry and hit itself in the side.
Ow.
All right. Roland, it's your turn again.
All right. With the vulture and the rider, are we close within to be in melee range?
So the rider can get you into melee range if you want.
Okay. Well, that's about the best that I would could possibly do. Actually, if in Yeah, keep distance of 10 feet. I'll see if I can throw a javelin at it.
Okay, yeah. He pulls alongside it.
I'm trying to hunt a flying lion bat hybrid thing for a attack roll of 18.
That's gonna hit.
All right.
Javelin, ho!
Oh, for 2 points of damage.
All right. It sticks in the side of the man.
Well, that's one
Lily.
javelin not getting back.
Me?
Yes, Lily.
Lily will ask the guy, the dude driving, Chicky driving, whoever, to go closer if they can. So like at least within 15 feet.
Yep. No, he'll get as close as he can. He said he can get you right to the wingtip.
Within 15 feet's fine.
Okay.
Doing that, he will do. I guess the question is too is that if. Oh, I'm thinking like 3.5 all over again. Ooh. If I move, am I still able to do like basically my full attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's 5.0. You know.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah.
your brain.
Yeah, we
In
played at
5.0, you have a movement, you have an
Yes.
action, you have a bonus action.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Not 3.5 where it's like if you move more than 5 feet, you can only do one thing.
Okay. So he does his attack, which using extra attack, he will take 2 attacks, and use his radiant bolt for both.
Okay. Yeah.
Radiant Sunbolt 2 coming at them. That's a 9. And that's a natural 1.
Okay.
Don't key blast somebody else up from the air.
So the key blast radiant bolt goes a little awry, and you end up blinding your vulture and the rider. And the next thing you know, you're plummeting
Nice.
in a mass of feathers, and the wind is flapping all around your ears.
Oh damn.
Respect.
I'm gonna look over there. Is the rider and Lily falling, or did Lily just fall off?
So you guys are all harnessed on.
Alright.
So you do see the wings are furled up, and both the rider is like lifted out of his saddle, and so is Lily. They're basically stuck on their tethers as far as they can. You can see the rider trying to frantically get back, and the bird's kind of shaking its head around like, what's going on? They fall in about 100 feet so far.
Out? I guess you wouldn't be able to
bit.
get that far, right?
The bird's been
Like me and my
blinded.
rider. Well, the bird was
you've-
blinded, yeah, but like.
They haven't landed, so basically you can do it. The rider says he could dive bomb, and you could get right close if you needed to.
Do I have anything that would help is the question. Spell. Use that on someone else. Yeah, I could pull a Trist and put you in my bag of holding.
Jam, 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 jam.
Well, I mean, like, I'm still flying, right? So I just have to catch one of them. But then I'd also have to put the whole freaking griffin in there. So
That's a
would
giant vulture.
vulture.
It breaks.
Getting PTSD flashbacks here.
Yeah, I'm like, I
nom.
don't want another one of your characters to get jammed.
Why does this always happen to you?
I don't know.
It's
like
poetry.
okay.
Okay. Can I use this? Yeah, enabling creature. So, oh yeah, so like I said, does the griffin look like it's panicking because it was blinded, or like, this is a
The
trained
vulture.
animal,
it's
so.
this one's a
So
vulture.
yeah, vulture. Sorry, my brain's just it's.
You're
I mean,
you're on the
do they look
hippogriff.
happy? Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, the vulture
It,
doesn't panic.
it doesn't look like it's panic. It looks more like it's dazed, kind of
Stunned.
doesn't know where it is.
Okay,
You could just roll me an animal handling really quick.
that's
Get a sense on how you're.
That's an 11.
You think, hey, the bird will figure it out eventually.
Okay, so I can just leave him be then.
That's what I think
Hey.
about Yath.
Pay close attention to, potentially.
Well, hopefully this decision won't end up with my other friend plummeting to their death in the same campaign. Yeah, if the bird seems like it's gonna figure it out and pull up, then I'm just going
Birds-
to.
Birds fall all the time, right?
It's a
Yes.
controlled
That's why I
fall.
wasn't sure if it was panicking or not. Because if it was panicking, I had something that could help that. But if it seems like it will just figure it out once it gets the bearings, then I'm just gonna firebolt this boy twice.
All right.
Or girl, I don't know. Don't have misgender the manticore.
Let's not assume, just call it an it.
That's a math in my head. A 21
That'll
and
hit.
an 18.
Those will both hit.
And then again, I'm aiming for the same wing.
Okay.
Okay, so first one, 10 fire damage. And the second one is 9 fire damage as I just.
Okay, you basically lance off its wing, and you watch it just
Oh. Well,
and spiral down 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet
yeah, he
into the
did.
base of the canyon.
It's
Aim
like a
for
wily.
the fur of the manticore. I shout to Lily. No, I don't actually, but
Lily, as you're free falling, you get a sense that you're probably about 150, 100 feet from the ground when the giant vulture finally unfurls its wings, comes back to its senses, and whoosh, you slam hard into the back of this vulture.
Oh.
Your stomach's definitely up in your eyeballs right now, but
Sat on a
Okay.
nut.
yeah, you crushed your testicles a little.
I guess the question is, would I have any chance to react during this fall, or are we just doing that as happened?
oh,
It
it's
just
a
happened.
Thing.
No, I'm just asking.
So yeah, all the other knights pull up and land by the manticore. Siveta lands with you on the hippogriff, and she says, "Congratulations, that was one hell of a shot."
I try.
And she leans in and kisses you on the cheek.
I give her like a flirty look.
Yeah, she goes like beat right like that.
Winky face.
It's a good thing I brought the sex paddle.
Hashtag
Yes!
flag.
Hashtag thought.
All right, and on that note, we'll call this a game because James is heading off here.
Yes, I do have to part ways.
Tune in next time. We'll be seeing if we can change this format up a little bit and have some maps and whatnot for all of you to look.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed the eating episode. And,
The
Food.
complimentary
we
eating.
performed, and then we did like one thing.
And then we have the after show performance with respect there at behind closed doors.
Hey, I mean, I haven't agreed to anything yet, but the flirting is there.
Yeah, it's just the pathway is there.
I mean, she's a pretty young lass in full plate mail. Who doesn't like a lady in plate mail?
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Yes.
See
Take
ya.
care,
It won't be
everyone.
2 months. I promise you.
Yeah.
It'll be sooner.
We'll try at least.
Absolutely.
Take care and keep safe, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Wash your damn hands.
Wash your
Thank you,
damn hands.
Mary.
You nasty.
Don't want an undead breakout here too.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. See ya.